Hello and welcome to the Untold Facts. Today, we are going to discuss a question you may have never thought about before. What if tomorrow morning you woke up and the news said that the United Nations, the UN, no longer exists? The UN was founded in 1945. Right after World War II, the world was drowning in blood, millions had died, and leaders knew one thing very clearly. If a global system isn't created now, World War III may not be far away. So the UN was born with three main goals: to maintain peace and security, to give every country a platform to speak, and to protect international law and human rights. But imagine this: if the UN suddenly collapsed tomorrow, what would happen? First impact, international law. Right now, if one country attacks another, they know the UN Security Council will meet, resolutions will be passed, and global pressure will follow. Without the UN, there would be no international police. Stronger nations could simply invade weaker ones without fear of consequences. Second impact, peacekeeping. The UN has over 70,000 peacekeepers deployed worldwide in Congo, South Sudan, Cyprus, and more. If the UN vanishes, these missions would collapse, and fragile conflicts could explode into full-scale wars. Third impact, global trade and economy. UN agencies like WTO, WHO, IMF, and even the World Bank function under the UN system. If the UN is gone, who decides the rules of international trade? Who coordinates vaccine distribution during a pandemic? The result, total chaos. Fourth impact, nuclear weapons. Today, the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty (NPT) is managed under the UN. Without it, countries like Iran, South Korea, and Saudi Arabia could freely pursue nuclear weapons. That means the world could face a Cold War 2.0, only much worse. Fifth impact, human rights. Today, if a dictator massacres his own people, at least the UN Human Rights Council can raise global pressure. Without the UN, dictators would become more powerful and mass atrocities would rise. Now, here's the big question: can the world function without the UN? Some say yes, because the UN often fails. It couldn't stop the war in Syria, the Russia-Ukraine conflict, or the Gaza crisis. The veto system in the Security Council often makes the UN look paralyzed. But even with its flaws, we must remember one thing: the UN is not just an organization, it's a symbol. A symbol that says the world can work together, even if power is unequal. If this symbol breaks, the world could return to the 1930s, when every country only chased its own interest, and World War III would become a very real possibility. So yes, the UN is far from perfect, but its collapse would be nothing less than humanity's worst nightmare. Now, here's my question for you. Who is the current Secretary General of the United Nations? Write your answer in the comments below. I'll heart the correct ones so that others can see the right answer.